Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video. This is another small house, tiny house, mini home, all of the above. This one is heavily inspired by one I did a long time ago because I think this is maybe the third tiny house I did. And it's currently, well, at the time of recording, I think it's the most viewed video on my channel. So I was like, you know what, maybe I should capitalize on that and do another one. So yeah, anyway, the point is this is heavily inspired by that one, but instead this one, we've obviously built a second level and we've obviously changed the interior a lot. The exterior is a little bit different as well, but it's heavily inspired by the first one. At least the ground floor is. There's a lot of similar design cues here and there, but I've mixed it up throughout. So a lot of I don't know what it is about the first one, but I think it was a lot of the white trimming and like the sort of navy blue color. It had an interesting aesthetic that I really liked. And what I was really happy about is because in a lot of recent builds, I keep placing down these blue kitchen counters that I keep wanting to use, but they never really go into the houses that I'm building. And I'm like, you know what? If I do this one, we got the blue exterior. I was like, this is perfect for getting those blue counters in. So that's exactly what we're using this for. I also, as you saw on the second floor here, the whole roof on the second floor is a glass roof. So we get a lot of light coming in that top floor, which is really nice. So if you like skylights, the whole roof is a skylight. So get excited. And then we have, because this is a 4x4 interior space on both levels, you can't fit stairs inside. There's no room because stairs are at least 4 tiles long. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. They're 3 tiles long, but you need obviously 1 square at the bottom, 1 square at the top, so it makes it 5. And if you can do maths, you'll know that 5 is greater than 4, which means that we can't fit the stairs inside. Though, you know, if they want to go ahead and add in some, you know, spiral staircases or a ladder or, you know, L-shaped stairs, U-shaped stairs, you know, that kind of stuff, then we'd be able to do it. But with current technologies, we cannot make it happen. I think, no, actually, I was going to say, you might be able to use elevators, but no, the only way you'd be able to do that, and also elevators are huge in this game. The only way you'd be able to do that is with a mod that enables elevators to work that way. So no, the only way we can do it right now is outdoor stairs. So get excited. When it's winter, you got to walk around outside and go up. No, it works all right though. So surprisingly, you know what's weird about this is when you build, I remember doing the 4x4 and obviously a lot of other tiny builds. I've done a whole heap of tiny builds. They're a lot of fun. And they often feel smaller the bigger they get. In a way, like that, I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but what I mean by that is like, because we've got this 4x4 room down the bottom here that we're basically in this whole like ground floor is like the living space to the kitchen, the bathroom, the like sort of lounge room. That's all in this area. But because it is such like it's not small enough to warrant doing like tiny little bits of furniture and tiny tables. It's small, but it's not that small. So you kind of have to go about using slightly bigger items and a slightly more full kitchen, and then you end up in this weird sort of middle ground of, you know, having things fit and then feeling too big to fit in that space. And it was weird. I don't really know how to explain it. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's just how I feel, and I can't explain it. Okay. So yeah, so I took a lot of inspiration from the original one in terms of window placement and that, and even the bathroom, because the bathroom in this layout actually works quite well. Not currently how I've done it. I move it around a little bit. So, because originally I had, as you can see, I had the kitchen along that wall, which I did like the idea of having the kitchen all along one wall, because it makes it feel, it makes the place feel bigger than having it sort of in a corner or sort of shoved away, because if you have it all flat on a wall, the whole space opens up a lot more. The reason I couldn't do that though, was because I needed to move where the bathroom door was, and then if I left the bathroom where it was and the bathroom door where it was, we'd have basically one unused square of, like, you know, floor space next to the kitchen. It'd be a completely useless space with nothing to put there. So then what I did is I sort of moved the kitchen into the corner, wrapped it round. You still get the same amount of counter space because your Sims can chop up on the corner counter and or the other one, but I put a sink in the kitchen as well, which is a new breakthrough for this 4x4 home, because a lot of the tiny houses that I did, like the last 4x4 and even a bunch of the other ones, they typically don't have a kitchen sink because there's just not enough room, and it's the Sims and you don't really need it because they can just use the bathroom sink to wash up. But this one has it, so that's pretty exciting. We got a bathroom sink, a kitchen sink, and I went a little opulent with the bathroom, as you can see. We got like all the gold. Well, actually, it's not really gold. It's probably like a brass kind of color. It's almost like it's brassy gold. You know what? I don't know. Let me have a look. Let me see. I want to Google brass shower. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's probably more of a brass. I mean, brass can look kind of gold. Anyway, I don't know. I spent a lot of time talking about that just then. Yeah, so there's no dining table on this one. I think in the first 4x4 that we did like this, it had one, but that was sort of everything was like shoved in where it could go. That was a lot of fun. But this one we have a little bit more room, so I was like, well, we don't really need a dining table. And to be honest, if we put in a dining table, it was going to take up way too much room. It was gonna cut the place in half. It was either going to be shoved in a corner. So I was like, okay, well, what we can do a nice little desk setup right next to the fridge because that little desk actually matches the height of the fridge perfectly. So we did that, put a computer in, and then a little dining chair at the computer. What was it? I say dining chair. It is technically a dining chair, but it's got like wheels and that, so it's like a little wheelie chair. So we put that in with the computer, so your Sims can actually sit there, or they'll just sit down on the couch and eat. It's like you don't really need a table. It's not one of those things you need. So it's just like, it was better not having that in here. I was about to do curtains as you saw, but they didn't really look good. The problem I have, and I think I've mentioned this probably so many times before as well, the curtains in this game, the curtains take up way too much space. Like they come so far off the wall. And if you look at any of the blinds in this game, the blinds hang like 5 meters off the wall. It's an exaggeration. They're like a good, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 centimeters off the wall. Which is what, I don't know, how like 8 inches or something away from. It's like, why is it so far away from the window? It makes no sense. And then the problem with that is because then it cuts into half the room and like intersects with all these items. So it's like I can't use it, which is slightly annoying. Anyway, I think we're done with the downstairs. So the upstairs, you saw earlier on, I was gonna do the bathroom upstairs because like that'd be nice to have like an ensuite bathroom, so especially if you need to go to the bathroom at nighttime or whatever, it'd be useful. The reason I didn't do that, which you might have seen earlier on, is with the glass roof, the walls sort of going through the glass roof don't look great. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It doesn't really matter. Like, I've definitely seen places in real life, and many places in real life that have walls that are then just open, like the open capped, I don't know. Like the wall doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. Like it'll just be technically one space, if that makes sense. So like it could work, but it was like, the problem with it was, is I also wanted to do a double bed. And I couldn't really fit a double bed in there with also a bathroom in this sort of 4x4 space. Oh, I did actually cheat a little bit. And you'll see in a minute. But I think the cheating was worth it in terms of it being 4x4 floor plan. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit cheaty, but it's all right. Anyway, so this is the way I ended up with the bedroom. You might have seen I started off originally doing like this super I was sort of like, hey, I like the bathroom. Let's go with this sort of black and gold theme and go really crazy and all that. But then I was like, you know, this doesn't even match the house whatsoever. Like we got this blue and white, nice theme going on. Very, you know, just like a contemporary kind of theme. And that didn't really match at all. So I was like, you know what, let's at least keep them sort of in sync a little bit here and have sort of matching stuff throughout the house. So we got that nice big double bed. And then we have, yeah, so that's where I cheated. I put a wardrobe in there, covered it up with vines. You're not going to see it. Don't worry. No, I was like, you know what, that'll be good because we actually don't need that item in the game, but I was like, it's a nice place to put it. It won't jut into the room. Like we definitely could have done, like there's a lot of options, but I just thought it looked nicer. And it's like, hey, why not? At the end of the day, we're trying to make something that looks nice. Actually, what I want to do as well, so I think it'd be really interesting because I've just recently got like pretty much all currently available DLC for The Sims 4 on Xbox. And I was like, I might try doing some little builds, like tiny builds on the Xbox as well to see how like close I could actually get it to like what you can do on the PC. Because I don't know how many of the cheats I don't know how similar. Because I remember when it came out, there were some cheats that didn't work exactly the same way as they did on PC in terms of like, I just don't think the controls existed. But it's been out a while now, and I think they've done a bunch of patches and stuff. So I definitely want to try it out, see if we can get a little tiny build going on console. I just wish you could share them on console. It's like, that's kind of why I didn't want to do too many builds there. It's because it's like, hey, I can build this stuff on console. Here it is. It looks cool. But then you can't share it with the gallery because there's no gallery. But, oh, actually, they did tweet out recently. They're like, hey, if you have any, because they're adding houses into the console version. So like, so anyone that loads up the game, it'll just be in the game all of the time. Like you won't be able to go in the gallery and get it. But anyway, they're saying they can bring houses from the current gallery, put it in the game so it's permanently in there. And they're like, hey, if you have any suggestions of houses that you currently like on the gallery, I'm sure you guys like my houses, you can suggest to them. They're like, hey, this house from The Sims Supply is pretty cool. We should put that on Xbox and PS4. Because then you'll be able to use them all the time. And anyone that plays on console will be able to use them, which is pretty cool. So I think you can reply to them on Twitter somewhere. I tweeted about it a few days ago. Hey, but it's pretty cool though. So I might be on console. Hey, I just hope they add the gallery to it as well. Anyway, speaking of the gallery, if you do want to download this, there's a link in the description down below. There's also, if you go to the Sims 4 gallery on PC, mind you, and search for The Sim Supply, you'll be able to find my, search that as my Origin ID, all one word. You'll be able to find me. You'll be able to download this there. Otherwise, just click the link down below. I find that's always the easiest way, and I feel like no one ever does it, but it's there. So you can do that, sign into the gallery, and download it that way. But yeah, this is the sort of 2-level 4x4 mini home. And I think it's quite nice. It's really not as cramped as you might think it is. But feel free to check out some other builds on screen now. Go to the playlist. Also, go check out my merch store. There's some amazing products there you can buy and support the channel with, which I'd really appreciate. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.